Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We are here visiting with Roger Wareheim. Hi, Roger.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
We're always happy to see you.
Always fun to be here.
Now, you are the Executive Director of Field Operations for Owatonna Public Utilities, correct?
Director.
Director,
yes,
okay.
All right. No executive in the title.
Okay, all right, just director. That's probably a whole lot of responsibility.
Well, enough.
Roger, for those who may not know you, would you share a little bit about yourself and here in Owatonna?
Well, sure. I've been in Owatonna for 12 years and actually came down here to work for Owatonna Public Utilities doing energy conservation programs, which is what I did for a number of years before I moved into the operations side of the business. So I still get called upon once in a while to come here and talk with you folks. Jared is usually the person who runs those programs and does the talking with you, but he wasn't able to make it, so here I am, and hopefully I'll not be too rusty on the programs and can talk about things.
No, but you also are very busy in the community outside of work as well. I know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're glad you're here. We're
Thank
glad you came to Owatonna. How long have you lived here?
12 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're clocking up the years.
Yes.
It's a fun place to live.
It is. It's been very good.
So let's talk about what's going on at the Owatonna Public Utilities. What would you like to touch on first? I know Christmas is just around the corner.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to imagine that that's coming. Especially, I'm very much enjoying the warm weather that we've had this fall, and it can continue on for a long, long time, as far as I'm concerned. But I know that it might not.
Speaking of the warm weather, we had another flooding here in Owatonna.
Yes.
Some of us got to see you on TV.
Oh.
Had to throw that in there, Roger.
Yeah, it was a September flood, and it brought back memories of 2010 as the river was rising, but in some respects it was very different because we were prepared for it this time with our building. And I know some people saw the water around the building and said, oh my God, they're going through it again. But we really weren't, because the building was wet flooded, which meant that it was basically designed for the basement to let the water come in and go back out. We had some gates that let the water come in, let the water go out. That stabilizes the base of the building, and then we go in and clean it out. So it really worked as planned. Of course, there were a few little glitches of things with the fire alarm system that went off and things like that we'll correct. So we'll be even more prepared next time. So we did know that we were going to have another flood. I think we were all hoping it wouldn't be just 6 years, but it is.
For those that lived through the first, for all of us that experienced the first one, it was just like yesterday.
Yeah.
It seems like, it doesn't seem like 6 years when you see that river rise.
Right.
So, it all floods back, no pun intended.
But we're hoping it's more than 6 years for the next one.
So the OPU got a good report card on that.
Got a good test, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad that everything paid off and due diligence works.
Right. So.
And then also you had Energy Week or Power Week.
Yeah, we had Public Power Week, and we had people come. We had a lot of people show up, and we're going to do it again next year. So if you missed it this year, please come again next year. We'll advertise it, and we had some fun things with cutouts of linemen that people could put their face through and get their picture taken, and some cookies. And it's interesting. There's still a lot of people that haven't been in to see the new building yet.
Oh, they're missing something.
And so we just hear a lot of great comments, and people love to come down and see us there.
It's just a magnificent building, and the conference room there is anyone can lease that space.
It's actually leased for free. It's not a cost to it, and it is available to nonprofit organizations.
Okay. Just a beautiful venue, actually.
Yeah, and it's getting a lot of use. There's some kind of meeting going on every week.
When you walk in there and the entrance and the foyer and all that, you almost feel like you could have a ball.
Oh, yeah.
An orchestra going and everything. Of course, I'm a theater person, so what do you expect, right?
we get lots of comments, people appreciative in the community that we did preserve that building. And,
and the things you took to keep it from the old are just magnificent.
Absolutely.
Well, in any case, let's talk more now that we had a good fall. And I'm just curious, how many light bulbs did you end up giving out? Do you have any idea?
I don't know the number on that, but I know that it's still going on.
Wow.
And I think you're referring to our Be Bright program that started in October, and it will go as long as supplies last. And there are a number of retailers in town that are participating in that. It was Aero Ace Hardware, Batteries and Bulbs, Fairway, Lowe's, and Walmart.
Okay.
And what that program is, of course, we have a rebate for LED light bulbs, which is 50% off. You buy your light bulb, you take it into Owatonna Public Utilities, fill out the paperwork, you get a rebate. That's the normal way. With this program, the rebate is already built into the price of the product. So you just have to go in and buy it, and you get a very, very low price. And it's actually more than 50% off the bulbs. And there are some LED bulbs for $1 or $2 or $3 in that range, and it's very good.
It's nice to have the suppliers that come on board, all the businesses.
Absolutely.
Really makes you feel like you're working with a team, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So Christmas is coming. Do you have some things you want to share? With,
Yes, we do.
About the Christmas, the services, things going on there?
One of the things we talked about, the nice lobby that we have, and one of the things that we'll do again this year is to set up a box for Toys for Tots. And so if you don't have any other reason to come in, that might be a good one, to bring a toy in and check out our lobby and drop that off. We also have our rebates on the LED holiday lights, and that rebate is 50% off of the lights up to a certain limit depending on the size of the lights. And then we also accept for recycling old holiday lights. And so we'll have some bins up there, and so those ones that don't work, rather than throwing them away, bring them in. They're recycled, and we'll take care of it.
You're talking about the old?
The old lights, yeah.
So the old ones that maybe screw in, that you can't, that Grandpa gave you, and you just can't use them anymore. Yeah,
or even the ones that you bought just a few years ago, but they don't work anymore because the cold winters and what have you have made them not work. Bring them in.
So really, any light you've used for the holiday doesn't work, you could bring it in?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, just to mention that we always have ongoing recycling of compact fluorescent lights that burn out.
Okay.
CFLs have a small amount of mercury in them, and so you're not supposed to put those into the garbage because we don't want those going into the landfill.
Right.
And so because of that, we do accept those at no charge in our lobby for people that have old CFLs that burn out. I know I have one sitting on my counter at home that I still need to bring in.
CFL, are those you have to...
They have the old squirrely ones.
Okay. All right.
It's funny, I'm calling them old now. They were the new ones, but now the LEDs are the new thing.
The latest and greatest technology just...
And we still do offer rebates on the compact fluorescent lights as well, because they're more efficient than the traditional incandescents.
Okay, great.
So, and I think one other thing I should mention is that we are, after the first year, going to change our office hours just a little bit. Probably for the last 5 or 6 years, maybe a little more than that, we extended our hours on Thursdays, kind of like a lot of the downtown businesses do, to give people who maybe work up to a certain time an opportunity to come in if they need to. And with that, we shortened our hours on Friday. So right now our hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Wednesday, 8 to 7 on Thursday, and only 8 to 3:30 on Friday. And what we find is that not many people actually are coming in between 6 and 7 o'clock on Thursdays, but quite a few people are showing up at 3:30 on Friday, and we're closing the door. So after the first of the year, we'll be open only until 6 o'clock on Thursday, and we'll be open until 4 o'clock on Friday.
Okay. Well, so new hours. So you're just trying to appeal to the masses and what they need to get the work done.
Exactly. Trying to be there when people need us and balance the hours out.
Right. With the holidays approaching, we know we have places to recycle. What's a tip you can give us for Christmas lights?
Well, I think one thing I would recommend, and this is kind of a personal thing, is to put them on a timer, because I know I see a lot of lights that go on all night and into the day, and to me, not too many people are enjoying them at that time. So.
Alrighty. And what have you seen at the OPU? What kind of fluctuation happens with Christmas time?
We definitely do see an increase throughout the holidays in the nighttime demand from the Christmas lights, and that's about 1 megawatt. And in the wintertime, our peak load is right around 40 to 50 megawatts. So it's pretty substantial.
Okay.
All those lights do add up.
Yeah, so that's fun to hear. And then this winter, what can you tell us? Any other special programs? Are they still offering the home audits?
We do still have the home energy audits, and I can't remember the exact price on that, although OPU does pay the majority of it. I think it's about a $300 value, and the customer is paying only $50 of that, and OPU is paying the rest. And everyone that's had one of those energy audits has just raved. They always learn something that they didn't know about their house.
Yeah, I had one done on the program last year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it was it was very interesting, but it was also a lot of fun to learn about all the things there. So I think that's a wonderful service that you offer through that. And they go through the OPU when they want to make an appointment?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then somebody contacts you?
Yes, we use an outside third party that does that very well, and so they will actually coordinate the time. But you set it up through us.
Right. So a lot of programs, a lot of things happening at the OPU. Well, we thank you, Roger, for taking time and coming and educating us all on what's coming up.
All right.
So you have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Very good. Thank you.
We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.